I dealt with NBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
And it only lasted for 3 days. You know, he ended up telling his manager he ain't like my vibes, but I ain't like his vibes either. You know, I told him I never worked for a kid before. You know what I mean? Because I run with the gangs.
When a fake gangster finally bumps into someone with real street credibility, everything falls apart. NBA Youngboy's own bodyguard straight up exposed him like he was a manufactured tough guy. The man literally called YB a kid to his face and told him he's just not built for that life. And the stuff that came out after that? Completely insane. Youngboy has been acting tough online his whole career, while his own crew is scared to even breathe wrong around him. One dude from his team literally ties his shoes and holds an umbrella for him like he's just some kind of servant.
I don't give a fuck if his shoe come tied, bro. Shit, I'ma tie that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make this shit be how the fuck it's supposed to be.
When Real recognized Real and stepped into the room, things heated up fast. Now let me break down how this whole situation almost went left, and how YB's fake image got exposed by someone who actually lived that street life. Trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. Let me tell you exactly what went down with NBA Youngboy and his security situation, because this story is straight up wild. We're talking about a guy who's been pretending to be a gangster for years. But when someone with actual street history walked through the door, his whole act collapsed like nothing. So here's the deal. NBA Youngboy hired a security guard named Samson Dredd. And this dude is not your regular bodyguard. He's from the Virgin Islands, and he was really in the streets, not just making music about it. Dredd was shot 11 times back home before he even made it to America. So when I say he's seen real action, I mean it. He's been doing security for 13 years and worked with big names like Moneybagg Yo, Megan Thee Stallion, and Sexy Red. This man knows exactly who's real and who's pretending. Now here's where it gets crazy. When Dredd first met Youngboy, he instantly felt something off about him. Real recognizes Real, and Dredd wasn't recognizing anything real from YB. In his own words, he said, "I didn't like his vibes either." Youngboy's manager told him YB didn't like Dredd's vibes. But the wild part? Dredd stared Youngboy straight in the face and said, "I've never worked for a kid before." Called him a kid right to his face. No fear. No hesitation. Let that sink in. This guy who claims he's this hardcore street figure from Louisiana got called a kid by his own security guard. And what did he do? Nothing. Because deep down, YB knows he's not built like that, he just performs it online. Dredd saw through the whole act immediately. But let's talk about how Youngboy acts when he thinks nobody's watching. This dude has serious anger issues. His own crew walks around like they be on thin ice 24/7 because they know one wrong move and they be cut off. These grown men are terrified of upsetting him because they know if YB gets emotional, he'll send them right back to the hood broke. The control he has over his friends is honestly disturbing. Take NBA Herm, one of his closest guys. He literally ties Youngboy's shoes for him like he's a personal servant. A full-grown man kneeling down to tie another grown man's shoes. Then holding umbrellas over his head like he's royalty. That's not friendship. That's straight-up weird power dynamics. And it goes deeper than just shoe tying. Youngboy has built an environment where his friends rely on him emotionally and financially. They can't talk back. They can't have opinions. They definitely can't challenge him. That's manipulation, not leadership. DJ Academics even confirmed this behavior when he visited Youngboy. He watched YB slap his friends in front of guests just for acting out of line. These are his day ones, and he's treating them like children. That's not tough guy behavior, that's insecurity. Someone who needs to feel powerful because they know deep down they're not really built like that. And the rumors? They're even wilder. Word is Youngboy would starve his friends if they made him mad, like some kind of punishment system. Lil Dump once posted a pic with a busted lip, and fans instantly assumed Youngboy did it for not listening. True or not, the fact people immediately believe he'd do that says everything about his reputation behind the scenes. When you really understand Samson Dredd's background, the whole situation becomes even crazier. This man didn't grow up in some regular neighborhood, he came from the Virgin Islands, where the street politics hit completely different. On an island, you can't just disappear into another city when things get messy. You either handle business or you don't survive. Simple as that. Dredd broke it down and said there are 3 types of security guards in the industry: street guys, military guys, and off-duty cops. Each has their own style, but he made it clear, street guys like him understand the game on a level you can teach. When you've been through real shootouts, deals gone bad, and actual territorial beef, you develop instincts that can't be faked. Back to Samson Dredd, he's worked with real bosses and real street men. So when he met Youngboy, the difference was obvious instantly. He said his father was a true boss back in the islands, so he knows what real power looks like. He even said a lot of rappers talk big, but they're not actually about that life, and the way he said it, it was clearly aimed at YB. The contrast is crazy when you hear how he talks about other artists. Take Moneybagg Yo, Dredd said he was solid, respectful, and someone he'd work with again without hesitation. That's what happens when you're real people gravitate toward you. Even Sexy Red, who people think would be wild to work with, got praise from Dredd. He said she's fun when it's time to perform, but she knows how to turn it off and stay professional. That's someone who doesn't need to act tough 24/7. Megan Thee Stallion? Same thing. He said she's straight business, showtime, then back to the hotel. No extra drama, no making her security jump through hoops just to flex power. They treat security like actual professionals, not props. Meanwhile, Youngboy's team let Dredd go in just 3 days and claimed they didn't like his vibes. But Dredd didn't care at all. He said he learned to work with better clients and understand what he's signing up for. That's real boss behavior, not staying somewhere just for a check when the energy is fake. And Dredd didn't stop there. He exposed how some artists abuse their security by making them work non-stop from morning to late at night, then trying to pay them like they barely worked. That's exploitation, not business. He said bodyguards should be making 6 figures because they're literally risking their lives daily. He also talked about something huge, respect. He said in the islands, they defend the weak against the strong. They don't prey on the weak. That's a direct contrast to how Youngboy treats his own circle. Real street guys don't bully their friends. They command respect naturally. That's why Dredd wasn't intimidated by Youngboy at all. When you've protected innocent people from real killers, someone bullying their own homies isn't scary, it's pathetic. Dredd has probably met real hitters who were more humble than YB. And here's what really exposes everything. Youngboy could not handle having someone around who saw right through him. When you're used to everyone being scared of you, meeting someone who isn't impressed by your money or your fake tough talk is uncomfortable. Dredd wasn't fazed by the fame or the persona, he'd seen the real thing, and Youngboy didn't measure up. In the end, this whole situation exposed NBA Youngboy for what he actually is. It's insecurity disguised as toughness. Real gangsters don't need to prove themselves by bullying their own people or putting on a performance for the internet. Samson Dredd walked away from that situation with his respect intact. Youngboy walked away looking exposed. At the end of the day, you can fool fans. You can fool the media. You can even fool yourself for a while. But when someone real walks through the door, all that fake energy gets revealed instantly. Youngboy learned that the hard way. And hopefully, people start seeing the difference between entertainment and authenticity. Because deep down, YB knows he's not built like that, he just performs it online. Dredd saw through the whole act immediately. But let's talk about how Youngboy acts when he thinks nobody's watching. This dude has serious anger issues. His own crew walks around like they be on thin ice 24/7 because they know one wrong move and they be cut off. These grown men are terrified of upsetting him because they know if YB gets emotional, he'll send them right back to the hood broke. The control he has over his friends is honestly disturbing. Take NBA Herm, one of his closest guys. He literally ties Youngboy's shoes for him like he's a personal servant. A full-grown man kneeling down to tie another grown man's shoes. Then holding umbrellas over his head like he's royalty. That's not friendship. That's straight-up weird power dynamics. And it goes deeper than just shoe tying. Youngboy has built an environment where his friends rely on him emotionally and financially. They can't talk back. They can't have opinions. They definitely can't challenge him. That's manipulation, not leadership. DJ Academics even confirmed this behavior when he visited Youngboy. He watched YB slap his friends in front of guests just for acting out of line. These are his day ones, and he's treating them like children. That's not tough guy behavior, that's insecurity. Someone who needs to feel powerful because they know deep down they're not really built like that. And the rumors? They're even wilder. Word is Youngboy would starve his friends if they made him mad, like some kind of punishment system. Lil Dump once posted a pic with a busted lip, and fans instantly assumed Youngboy did it for not listening. True or not, the fact people immediately believe he'd do that says everything about his reputation behind the scenes. When you really understand Samson Dread's background, the whole situation becomes even crazier.